Hey there everyone, welcome back to Griever Productions. I know it has been a little bit of time, I do apologise that it has been so long. Won't talk about it too much, took a bit of a mental health break, and in the process of doing so, I've broken my foot. For those of you keeping track, yes, about this time last year, I did tear a ligament in my foot. But Jim, I hear you say, you are such an athletic person. You must have broken your foot in such a exciting way. No, I just kicked my toe. I'm not even kidding. I was going up a flight of stairs, and I kicked my toe so hard that the bone behind it is, pretty badly damaged. The big toe is fine. The big toe is fine, but the bone behind it, not so fine. So if I seem a little bit loopy, it's because the painkillers, they're great. So, welcome to the Dan Vasc week. For those watching on Patreon, this is in the week leading up to his birthday. For those on YouTube, this video should be going up on his birthday, because I believe from the Google that I did, this is his birthday. But also, there was nothing really definitive. It was almost like the Google search I was doing was using Trust Me Bro as a source. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's be real. There's been times where I've been wrong on the channel. It's not going to be the last time if I am. So, I wanted to go through a number of Dan's songs to kind of celebrate the stuff that he has done. So, over the next 7 days, we're going to have Dan. We're going to have a lot of Dan. So, I wanted to have a look at this one. Now, the reason I want to have a look at this song specifically is Toto is an interesting band to cover. And the reason is, and a lot of people don't think about this in terms of covers, is that when you sing a Toto song, you're not usually singing a song built for a single person. You're just not. You're singing a song that has two very different vocalists involved in the song itself. First of all, you have their guitarist, Steve. Now, do forgive me if you ever see this, Steve, and I pronounce your last name wrong, but is it Lukather? I can't quite remember. Is Lukather the name? I could be wrong on the pronunciation of it. And then you also have other singers that have joined in to do, like, higher stuff, such as Bobby Kimball, who is a phenomenal vocalist. And the two of them, actually both of them are phenomenal vocalists, but the reason that I point this out is that the two of them have very different ranges in where their voices sit. So being one vocalist and coming in to record a Toto song tends to be very difficult for this reason, because you've got to take into account both voices that are incredibly different to one another. Now, the thing is, though, I have no doubt that Dan has the range to cover both sections of this, but I want to see how he goes about it, how he approaches this song as, again, a solo artist singing the song, singing for two people, basically. Oh, sorry about that. Postman arrived. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I've never had a postman rock up at this this time in the morning. Anyway, before we begin, please do leave a like on the video. It really does help. If you have not subscribed, I would highly appreciate it if you did so. But without any further ado, let's have a listen to Dan Vasc singing Africa by Toto. I nearly said Toto by Africa, but, you know, that's a whole other thing, right? Cool arrangement.
I hear the drums echoing tonight, but she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation.
Okay, interesting.
She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation.
Okay. Now,
I stopped an old man alone.
Okay, not sure why my spacebar didn't work to pause that then, but anyway. So the reason that I say interesting in this moment is there's a lot of harmony work that gets laid into the original version of this. For instance, the line, "She hears only whispers of some quiet conversation." There's usually like a harmony line that's very kind of subtle in the background on that line, if I remember rightly. But he hasn't added anything like that yet, and I'm wondering if it's partly to do with like making the song build over time that he tends to do, and a lot of the guys that are doing a lot of the guys that we look at on this channel tend to do in their covers, like Eric is one. And that can be a trap that some people fall into with a song like this as well, is going too hard too soon and then leaving themselves nowhere to go. I'm really glad that Dan hasn't done that. It's interesting. It's very good.
Hoping to find some long-forgotten words or ancient melodies.
Oh, he did a unison there. Okay.
Turn to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you.
Build that layer.
It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that a hungry man or more could ever do.
Nice.
I invest the race down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
Cool. So, a lot of you that frequent this channel know I love harmony work. I think harmony work is just super, super cool. So to hear him nail the harmony like that is really pleasing to my ear and really tickles that part of my brain that loves that harmony stuff. And it is really interesting too, because something that tends to happen when you cover a Toto song, or I hear it a lot in covers of this song specifically, not just in Toto in general, but again, this song more specifically, is that people try to add too much to it. These harmonies that are here, I don't think it's all of the harmonies. And the reason that I say that is because throughout the entire track, there is like an underlying, like, backing vocal harmony that goes along with it. But did he do 3 or 4 part here? I know there were 4 of him, but I'm wondering if one was an octave. Hang on, let me have a listen again.
I invest the race down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
I don't know. I can definitely hear 3.
There's nothing that a hungry man or more could ever do. I invest the race down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. More could ever do. I invest the race down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
He's got 4. He's done the 4. I'm pretty certain he's done the 4. The one that I can't hear as prominently as the rest of them is the bass line, I believe. But I believe he's got all 4 there. So that's very interesting. But there tends to be more harmonies going on there. But I'm glad that he's done the 4. He's focused on those. He's done an incredible job of them. And we'll see if he layers more in. But it's something that people can get lost in with the song. They try to do too much. And people can't replicate Toto. You can't replicate Toto, so don't try to replicate Toto. I like the very subtle little changes that he's made. I think it's brilliant.
Wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company.
That's that harmony. It's usually in
I know
verse
that
as well.
I must do what's right. Sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become.
I'm trying so hard not to sing along. But that harmony work, again, really well done. But that's what I mean. A lot of that harmony work starts earlier in the song, and I'm glad that he hasn't done it yet. I'm glad that he's added it now as another layer, upping the stakes of the story that he is telling. And if I'm remembering rightly, this one was done 8 years ago. Yeah, it says 8 years here, but when YouTube gets into years, it can be like, it could be at the tail end of that 8 years, or it could be the start of that 8 years, if you know what I mean. It may be closer to 9, who knows. Even like, it's great to see that even then he really had the capacity, the mental know-how, the what's the word that I'm thinking of? The musical prowess to go, the musical wisdom to go, all right, this is what needs to be done here. I love it.
Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that a 100 men or more could ever do. I lost the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
I think he's got that fourth. I could be wrong. I could just be hearing it in my head. I'm pretty sure he's got the fourth there. I love this instrumental.
Hurry, boy, she's waiting there for you. It's gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that a 100 men or more could ever do. I lost the rains down in Africa. I lost the rains down in Africa.
Maybe
I
this is that
lost the
one.
rains down in Africa. I lost the rains down in Africa.
So good,
I
mate.
lost the rains
I love it.
down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had.
What a brilliant song. What a brilliant song, what a brilliant band, and what a brilliant cover. Genuinely.
Hey my friends, thank you so much for watching. That was Africa for you, and this is probably the most beautiful harmony I ever had the joy of recording here in the channel. And
Fair
if you're
enough.
new, feel free to subscribe clicking here on my forehead, and I will also put a couple of videos here and here that you also might enjoy. Thank you so much, hope to see you on the next one, and have yourself an epic day.
Just looking at it now, and it's okay. So I know how this is obviously done, right? How you get these like overlay things, and also I'd like to point out YouTube's done a little bit of a change. Everything looks a little bit different. They've tried to make it look a little fancier, and it's taking my brain a moment to get used to it, right? But let me just point out, right, and this is going to be something that's going to annoy people. That I'm pointing this out. So I'm gonna make this the big screen, right? If you see these squares, they're not actually in line with one another. And the reason that is, when you're uploading a video, you've got to pick where all of that goes, right? And then if you move it the slightest bit, good luck getting it back in line. Good luck getting it back in line. And the way that he's added one and then the other, and then, yeah, he's obviously moved it, and it's just slightly out of line. I feel the pain. It's a nightmare. All right, let's give some final thoughts. Look, I love this song. As I mentioned at the start, it's not an easy one to do as a solo artist due to the fact that it encompasses two very different vocal ranges within the one song. It is not easy. It is a hard song. The range is insane. The harmony work is incredibly cool and relatively intricate. And there's usually a lot that people... sorry, let me take that back a step. It's usually a song that people go too far with when they're trying to cover it in order to replicate the magic that Toto have. You can't replicate the magic that Toto have. Toto are freaks. Genuinely. Like, Toto are an insane band with insane talent, and their ear for music is absolutely insane. Like, genuinely, I would love to be in the studio when they're writing something at some point. Actually, that's if they're writing still. I'm not 100% sure. They seem like the kind of guys that'll be writing until they're gone, right? But I would love to see how that process kind of works for them. I'd love to just kind of see it, or, you know, at least talk to one of them and just be like, you know, what was that process like? I remember seeing a live performance of them, and I don't remember if it was one of the singers or if it was one of the band members asked, you know, out in the crowd who is seeing them that is a musician, and like 90% of people put their hands up. They are a musician's band, but they've got incredible stuff that the general public absolutely love as well. And it's interesting to me that Africa was the song that went so well for them. And I genuinely wonder why. Not to say that it's a bad song. It's an incredible song. It is a phenomenal piece of music that actually, it might be because it withstands the test of time. You would not think that this was from the era that it was. Oh, that's so funny. I've just looked at when this was released. I'm recording this on October 6th, 2026. And this was recorded on the same date in released on the same date in 1982. Making it today, is that 44 years? 44 years old. You would not think that this song was that old. It withstands the test of time, and that might be why it is so revered by so many people. Who knows? But they have such incredible music. They've got incredible songs like Hold the Line. Rosanna is an incredible one as well. Like, just insane stuff that doesn't get the same look in, and I just wonder why. Anyway, I could probably speculate on that for hours, but anyway, let me know what you guys thought of this one in the comments below. Like a favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing. And I'll catch you guys in the next part of the Dan Vasc reaction week. Goodbye for now. Alright, see yous. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, feel free to go over to Patreon and support us for as little as $3 Australian per month. By doing so, you'll join the list of wonderful people here. Also, if you're into gaming, I have recently rebooted my gaming channel, so feel free to go over there and have a look. Link to both the Patreon and the gaming channel in the description below.